Hey everybody, it's Jess here with Bless Jess. Wow, I look great. It is Friday, January 5th. David's birthday's tomorrow, so it's his last day to be 32. Um, it's been a long 36 hours or so. That's why I look so great. And it's also 15 degrees. I will get started in just a second on like how the last day is going because I didn't film yesterday and there's been a lot going on. But first of all, I do want to say this is my day. For the most part, this is what I'm going to be doing. This is my day tracking, not tracking, no tracking. This is my day on intuitive eating, eating when I'm hungry, stopping when I'm full. I am very hungry right now, so I'm getting ready to make some coffee in my French press, and I'm also making an English muffin. I'll probably put some like Laughing Cow cheese on there or something. But real quick, I do want to update you guys. So the last time I talked to you, Lucy wasn't feeling well. She'd been started on antibiotics. That's about to boil, so I need to get the coffee ready. And we were going to bed. Well, she woke up in the night and she was really sick, y'all. She was trying to breathe and she couldn't catch her breath. She was throwing up. She is like a barking cough. She's had croup before. I know what it sounds like and I know how scary it is. So she started doing that, and it was like 1 in the morning, and I was like, oh, we're going to the hospital. So it's like 20 degrees outside. I bundled her up. Me and her went to the hospital. Of course, David had to stay with Nate. Nate was sleeping away. So we went to the hospital. We walk in, and the hospital is packed. Like the emergency room is packed. And I tell them what's going on. They immediately took us right back. So that tells you something about how she sounded. I don't know where am I. I'm looking for my tablespoon, but I can't find it. They immediately take us right back. So we get back there and they take her temperature and it's 104. And it wasn't even quite time for her to have more motion. That's how bad her fever was. So they're like, we've got to get her temperature down ASAP. Well, she was so sick that she could not take medicine. She kept trying to throw up. And so they like forced, like she's got to take it. And so I kind of forced the issue with her and she took it and then immediately threw up everywhere, all over me, all over her. And of course we had no like change of clothes or anything. I just had run out of the house. So they're like, we're going to have to give her a suppository because we've got to get the fever down. And at the same time, the doctor's coming in saying, yeah, it's croup. She needs steroids. And he said, I have oral medicine, but if she threw up the Motrin, she's probably going to throw up that. So she had to get a shot. And she also had to get a breathing treatment. So once they did all that, she was so pitiful, y'all. She was so pitiful, so sick. She couldn't talk because she was so sick. And so once everything kind of got in her system, she said, Mommy, I can talk again. We had to stay at the hospital for about 2.5 hours after she had her breathing treatment for them to watch her. And she started getting a lot better. And she still, was coughing and stuff, but she wasn't having trouble breathing. So it was just a long night. I tried to get her to rest while we were at the hospital because we got there, it was like 2 a.m. We didn't leave till about 5:30 or maybe a little before 2 by the time when we got there. We left at 5:30. So by the time we got home, I was so exhausted. We had about an hour to sleep before I had to get Nate ready for school. And it was a day. Because she had the steroid in her system, even though she was exhausted, she could not sleep yesterday. So I basically just sat and held her and that was my whole day, and it was a long day. I had been up since 1 a.m. and last night when I went to bed, I was so tired that she started like having trouble again when we laid her down last night, like coughing and not being able to catch her breath. And I was like, please, not again, not again. And we prayed for her. I put her a humidifier up and some lavender essential oil, and she's been asleep. She did woke up about, it was almost 1 o'clock last night, and she said she was cold, and so we get her an extra blanket. It's super cold. I didn't want to turn the heater on real high though, because I knew, that would help make her cough worse and everything. So she's been asleep since 1 a.m. and I am not waking her up. I just went and checked on her, covered her back up because she was uncovered. whole, it's just been that going to the hospital in an emergency was the scariest thing ever with your kid. It was so scary. We had great care. We had great doctors. Everybody was so nice. And yesterday, food wise, I did not do bad, honestly. I don't even remember. I had the same thing. I'm having breakfast, English muffin and coffee. And then for lunch, I made some chicken fries in my air fryer, which I love so much. And then for dinner, David had gotten me, I was so tired. I was just trying to stay awake, honestly. David went and got my favorite, like, these are like my favorite things in the whole world. And he had to go to Walmart to get Lucy some Sprite and a filter for her air humidifier. And so he got me those as a little treat. I ate some of them. Lucy ate a couple of them too. And I had that and like 2 Rice Krispie treats. That was my dinner, y'all. That was my dinner. Isn't that super healthy? I did have a couple crackers too. And I ate that and I was like, you know what? I probably should eat dinner. But then I was like, you know what? I'm not even hungry. So I'm not going to eat. So I didn't. So I'm proud of that. Even though, you know, I was just trying to survive and stay awake. Last night, I was so anxious to go to bed because I was so afraid she was not going to be able to breathe. And I was delirious. So I really had to remember my word for the year, rest my brain. I talked to my mom. I talked to David about it. And they're like, you are tired. She's okay. She's asleep. You've got to go to sleep. But I was so cold. It is so cold here. I have 3 blankets on my bed, and our room seems to be the coldest. I'm not really sure why. I could not go to sleep because I was so cold. But I finally did around 11:30, and I slept. So besides waking up that one time with her, I slept till 7. I still feel tired, but I think the coffee will help. So I'm making coffee in my French press, which I love it so much. I was telling my mom how good it is. They got me that for Christmas. It makes like the best coffee. It's like coffee house coffee. So I will definitely show you guys. I know that was a long explanation, but I had so many messages and so many comments about how Lucy was doing. So I thought I'd give you an update. They did say the steroid shot should last for 2 days. And by then the croup should be a lot better. She does have strep, so she's on antibiotics for that. She was really sick. So, but anyway, that is going to be it for this morning, but I definitely will show you guys when we have lunch. And, you know, come along with me as we do this another day of eating on intuitive eating. Okay, guys, so this is what I'm having for lunch. I did have breakfast, which I told you I had an English muffin and some coffee. And then right before I made this, I had a handful of tater tots. I am loving this air fryer, you guys. There is no words. So I ate the tater tots because I was so hungry. And then I made this sandwich. So it's kind of a split up lunch. This is a brioche roll from Aldi. And then I have a chicken patty. Of course, I did in my air fryer. I have some avocado I needed to use up. So I have that on there with some salt and pepper, a little bit of ranch, and some green leaf lettuce. So I don't know if I'll get through all this, especially since I had those tater tots, but I am hungry, so I might. Anyway, I am not feeling so great today. I hope I'm not getting the virus that she's had or the strep that she's had because I am coughing and my throat hurts. So not to just complain, but that's just how it's been. Plus I have a really bad headache. So we have like an hour and a half before we have to go get Nate. So I'm going to enjoy this yummy sandwich and I'll see you guys back later. Hey guys, so it is the end of the night. I am not feeling well. We ended up going to Cece's Pizza for dinner because the kids needed to get out and it's somewhere that they'll eat. I was not that hungry, but I thought maybe it would help to eat something. I had maybe half a piece of cheese pizza and then 2 small squares of the spinach Alfredo flatbread and some Diet Coke, and I just do not feel good. My head hurts so bad. It's hurt all day and I cannot get rid of it. I've tried like every medicine that I have. So I'm hoping I can like go to sleep and maybe when I wake up it'll feel better. Just been one of those days. I did find out too that my nieces, both of them, have the flu. So big prayers are going out to them and hopefully none of us have the flu and none of us have what Lucy has because she doesn't have the flu, but she had croup and strep. So she's feeling a lot better. She still has a cough, pretty bad cough, but hopefully she's on the upward swing. Nate still feels fine. He has a little bit of redness on his eye. I don't know if he's getting sick or it's allergies or he got like hit in the face with something, but I'm just kind of gotta watch him. He's not coughing. He's not having fever or anything like that. So hopefully he'll stay healthy as well as everyone else. I don't know if I'm getting sick or if I'm just exhausted, but I just do not feel good. And I've had a migraine all day. So I know this video wasn't too exciting, but that's just what we did today. A lot of nothing. Dave was trying to clean up a little bit, like just the floors of their room so he can actually walk in there. That's how bad it is. And I would be helping him, but it hurts to even bend over because of my eye. So not my eye, my headache, but it's right over this eyeball. Anyway, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, such as it is. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below, please. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all later. Bye.